For the stretching routine, you'll use the squats really just as a movement-based component. So just inhaling and exhaling as you're doing the squats. And after the squats, you would go in and stretch. So here I'm stretching the back of the thigh. And you would hold the stretches for approximately 30 seconds. Next, we're stretching the front of the thigh. On this quad stretch, you would press the hips forward so that you don't pull the knee too much. You can use the arm to balance with also, so if you take it, the further up you take it, the more balance you'll have. Then we're stretching the outer thigh. And next we're going to stretch the inner thigh. So pretty much this, you're doing a leg exercise and then you're following it with stretching of the back of the thigh, the front of the thigh, outer thigh, and inner thigh. Next we're doing another leg exercise, which is the lunges. And again, on the lunges, just make sure that the knee comes over the ankle. And again, you're just going nicely and smoothly. And then you'll do this leg stretching routine again, which is the back of the thigh, front of the thigh, outer thigh, and inner thigh. And you can use that stretching regimen even for when you're running or doing anything else where you're using the legs. When you're stretching the inner thigh, like here, you just have your arm on the other leg there and one down on the floor just to support the back. Next are just movement exercises. So again, you're just moving each joint in the way that it goes. So here I'm just circling the ankle joint and then moving it up and down and side to side. So that's pretty much what the ankle does. It circles and goes up and down and side to side. Next is the knee joint. Here again, you just make sure you're not throwing the knee out. Just nicely and smoothly moving that knee. And the only movement that occurs at this joint really is just the in and out like I'm doing there. Next one is the hip. So again, at the hip joint, we're going to circle. And you're circling first the one way and then the other way. Next, at the hip joint, we're moving just front and back. At the hip joint here also, we're just taking the leg in and out. And you can do that to the front and to the back also. Next, we're going to the waist, and here at the waist, we can bend front and back as we're doing here. When you move to the back, just go where the back will go. Don't force it. Bend the knees for this movement here, where you're just swinging from side to side, and really let the body just swing on its own, and you're breathing through the whole exercise here. The waist will also go from side to side, so that's what I'm doing here. And what we're doing is just a cross-body patterning, and this exercise here also helps to connect the left and right brain. Circling of the hips. Here you want to be moving as far front as you are back. Another exercise, just reaching up, stretching the whole waist and arms. So some of these exercises are done just as movements, and others are done really as a stretching where you would hold it for about 30 seconds. And here again, we're inhaling as we open the chest and exhaling as we close the chest. Moving in and circling through the shoulders. And again, we're going in all the ways that the shoulders move. So that's the backward circle, the front circle, and then up and down. Going next and just taking the head back and forth. And then from ear to shoulder. "45" down and back. And then just looking over the shoulder. Next, we're going to go down toward the seated and lying down stretches. Here we're just stretching out the thighs again. Make sure the knee doesn't go over the toe. Again, you can do the stretches 3 times. I find also that for each time you do the stretch, you should feel less of the stretch. It should be more stretched out. Cat stretch. So here you're just hunching and arching the back. Down into Savasana. Into child's pose, sorry. See that sitting off to the side. One leg over. And twisting. Look over the shoulder. Keep the shoulders down. We're stretching the back of the thigh again. So on this one, you're bending forward from the waist, not from the back. And if you can't touch the toes or anything, that's fine. You just hold where you can. Put both feet together, stretching in through the inner thigh. Stretching on the lying down phase now, so stretching the back of the thigh. Press the heel to the ceiling, and then you can also point the toe. So usually when I do these stretches 3 times each, I press the heel to the ceiling on the first one, and then I point the toe on the second round. And on the third, I usually just keep a neutral foot and then rather pull the leg in and out. And then you can just lie down and breathe in the Savasana, just relaxing the body. Next, bring the leg up onto the other thigh and pull the leg up. And this way you're stretching in through the buttocks. If you can't do this, if you're too tight, you could always use a wall to put your leg up against and just go where you can. And here again on the middle set, I usually just pull the leg in and out again, and then I also move the foot toward the floor, and that gives just a different type of stretch. On the lying down stretches, I often I use a savasana between each stretch, so I oxygenate the body as well. So the stretching sequence really is that. So I'm doing the movements, then so the body's moving, the joints are being moved, the muscles are being stretched, and the body is also being oxygenated. Here again, just dropping the knees off to the side. Your arms and shoulders should be on the floor. If you're very tight, they won't, but that's the goal, that you're going to be getting them stretched enough so everything can stay on the floor. And then just circling. You'll circle, say, 5 times one way, 5 times the other. And then bridging. This exercise is really good for the back. Let's bring the knee into the chest, and this stretches out the lower back. And here again you can see that I'm using the movement. So again I'm pressing the hips forward 3 times. To end off the session, you can always end in the relaxation pose, which is the Savasana, and just go in and just oxygenate and breathe in through the body, relax it. And here again, reaching and stretching the fingers right up into the fingertips and toes.